orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu ti dá Godwin Emefiele dúró lẹ́nu iṣẹ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí gómìnà ilé ìfowópamọ́ ilé ètò ga jùlọ ní ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà.
Nigeria must develop. Nigeria must make progress.
Ẹ̀ka DSS ti mú gómìnà ilé ìfowópamọ́ tó ga jùlọ CBN ìyẹn Godwin Emefiele lẹ́yìn ìgbà tí ààrẹ orílẹ̀-èdè dá dúró lẹ́nu iṣẹ́.
I would say no. I'm sure that people are going to say, well, only last Tuesday I said no. But I want to say, unfortunately again, this time we will not be looking at extension of deadlines because we are the central bank, the deposit money banks, and other very important stakeholders. We are looking at areas where there is pressure, and we are doing everything possible to address those areas of pressure. And I mean, we've had cases where in some areas, some bank branches had some cash in their vaults because there was no demand for them. We've asked central bank officials, when reported, they move those monies away from those locations and move them to areas where there is pressure. So those are some of the logistical challenges that we face, and we're doing everything possible to address it. So I am not going to make any promise to anyone that that there will be any further extension of this deadline. Jide of Vanguard, you read out the accounts there are as of 2021 in the banking industry, and you also said that if only 25% of the population are to collect some 20,000 naira, it means that every day central bank will supply 896 billion naira into the system. So you can see that it doesn't work the way you are analyzing it. If for instance, we told you that in 2015, currency in circulation was 1.4 trillion naira, less than double of what you are saying we should inject into the banking industry in one day, and even indeed that as at October 2022, the currency in circulation was 3.23 trillion naira, out of which 2.7 plus is outside the banks. So you imagine that it doesn't work the way you have analyzed it. But what we are still saying is this: your analysis does not mean that because 896 billion naira is not issued by central bank into circulation in a day, that does not mean that there isn't adequate supply of currency in the market, in circulation. What we are only saying, and we have to admit it, that at this initial stage of the issues and circulation, we can't put 896 billion in one day into circulation. So that is the reason that we said, unfortunately, we do see that there will be some transient or temporary pains, but that we appeal, we are begging, we are on our knees begging people to please show understanding. They should be calm. They should be calm. In our meetings with the banks, we have told them, set up tents and chairs, give people numbers, which I'm sure some people will say it is old-fashioned. But at this time that we are trying to get the currency to circulate amongst everybody, that people have to have numbers, and they come in under a queuing arrangement, that when you come in, you get served. If it finishes, just be patient. By tomorrow, when you come back, we will start from where they stopped. You will not be cheated. Let's just be calm. Let us adopt a good queuing system. The assurance we give is that it will eventually go round. Eventually, the limits will be raised, and eventually the limits will be removed, and people will be able to conduct their exchanges or their business transactions in a way that has always been in the past. But you see, the point is this: we must admit that if out of 3.23 trillion naira in circulation, at least 2.7 trillion naira is hidden in people's homes, it does not augur well for the economy. It does not augur well for the growth of the Nigerian economy. It does not augur well for macroeconomic policy decisions that we take at the CBN. And that is the reason we're appealing that please, please, and please, we understand the pain. I have received several calls myself. Some members of my family themselves have complained. That we all have to just please show some understanding. It does not mean that when you go and you queue and it doesn't get to you, that you now begin to descend to wanton destruction of bank properties. Those bank properties are meant to serve you. This is where you have decided that you have trust in this institution. You have decided to entrust your own money with them. At this time that we are facing this temporary and transient situation, we crave everybody's understanding. Please be calm. We are monitoring all the situations on 24/7, both the cash channels and the electronic channels. You have had calls to call some banks, or they said your system is down here, and usually you will find that we can't run away from the fact that bank electronic channels will sometimes have downtime. And when we call them, I called the bank this afternoon, and within 20 to 30 minutes, they restored it. It does not mean that it does not work. I understand the agitation, but I'm appealing in God's name that please, let's be calm. Let's take this easy. I might as well address the petrol station. Oh, he said, okay, he will normally accept the POS. I will appeal to the petrol station, continue to accept your POS. You will get your money. If you are getting your money account credited instant, it's possible that because of deluge of the volume that they've had to wait, then it does not mean you will not get your money. You will get your money. You will get your account credited. If your account is not credited, you have a right to complain. And I'm sure those who know what we are doing in consumer protection know that we have always shown sympathy sympathy towards those customers that have complaints against their banks. We are committed to this. We just need your understanding. I'm not going to pretend it's a difficult time that we're adopting this ambitious program. But if we have not done this for 19 years, what we are supposed to be doing in 5 to 8 years, we should expect that there will be a few hiccups, but to assure all of us that those hiccups, I am going to be calling, if those charges go to, or those charges are being sort of charged to the banks, we are going to have an arrangement even with the telcos to see to how those charges can, at least at this time, be stopped. Those charges at this time should be stopped, so that if we know whatever you are making, that you are not making because we stopped it, we can collect it somewhere and look for a way to pay you. But we don't want this to continue to create pain on those who want to use alternative channels when they cannot have cash in their pockets. We will go into this, and I'm sure later this night or even tomorrow we're going to call a meeting of both the banks and the mobile networks, if it is the telcos, that at this time nobody should be charged. If you are charged, we will need to know about it. But we would want this service to continue to be offered. Whatever it is in terms of volume and number that you have carried out, we will look for a way to pay you your money. But please, let's render this service so that those who are moving away from cash channel and then into the electronic channel can please enjoy seamless use of these channels. Yeah, the next question talked about sanctions. Gentlemen and rotis, I've seen what I call nauseating videos about people who spray money at parties. It's extremely nauseating. It is extremely annoying, and we feel like vomiting when you see these things happen. If you have earned your money properly, you will not be spraying money the way we see people spraying money. Some of them have been arrested. Those who went to Twitter, she's already currently under ICPC. The lady who was spraying packs of money, we will find all of you. One of them we found yesterday. I think that one is also with ICPC or EFCC. With EFCC, they will go to jail because you have broken the law. We will not allow you to create pain on Nigerians at this time when others are suffering. You cannot go and collaborate with bank officials. And I have told ICPC, I have pleaded with EFCC, I'm also pleading with any of the enforcement agencies. When you find them, please trace them, track them down to the bank official. track them down to the central bank official. My hands are clean. I'm not going to be involved. Nobody should get themselves involved in colluding with anybody to be involved in giving money to people to go and spray at parties or go and be using multiple ATM cards to be involved in all this. It's a pain to all of us, and I want everybody to please, in the name of God, let's show understanding. I repeat, this is not targeted at anybody. We are doing our job in line with the law that set us up, and we should please be allowed to do our job in a way that benefits Nigeria, that benefits Nigerians, and that benefits the Nigerian economy. But I can assure you that these people, either those held in Kano by the Nigerian police or EFCC in Lagos or in Abuja or ICPC, they will go to jail. We are going to monitor to ensure that they go to jail because they broke the law. That is all I have to say. I thank you all.